In 1951, a psychologist put people in a room and asked them the simplest question imaginable. Which line is longer? The answer was obvious, and yet 75% of them got it wrong on purpose. What happened in that room changed everything we know about the human mind. His name was Solomon Asch, and he was a Polish-American psychologist at Swarthmore College. Asch had one burning question. Would a person deny what their own eyes were telling them just to agree with a group? He suspected the answer was yes, but even he did not expect what came next. Here is how the experiment worked. Asch brought in groups of 8 people. Only one was the real participant. The other 7 were actors, and they had been told exactly what to say. The group was shown a card with a single line on it, then a second card with 3 lines labeled A, B, and C. The task was simple. Say which of the 3 lines matched the first one. The correct answer was always painfully obvious. For the first few rounds, everyone answered correctly. The real participant relaxed. This was easy. Then the actors started giving the wrong answer. All of them, confidently and unanimously. The real participant was always one of the last to respond. Imagine sitting there. You know the answer. Line C is clearly shorter, but every single person before you just said line C. Hold on. This was not a hard question. There was no ambiguity, no trick. The lines were clearly different lengths, and people still caved. The results were staggering. Over 12 critical trials, 75% of participants conformed at least once. About 1/3 conformed on the majority of trials. They gave answers they knew were wrong because everyone else in the room was saying them. Only 25% resisted every single time. When Asch interviewed the participants afterward, their explanations were revealing. Some genuinely believed the group must be right, and they must be wrong. Others knew the group was wrong but went along anyway because they did not want to stand out. A few said they did not want to ruin the experiment. Asch then ran variations to understand what made conformity stronger or weaker. When the group size dropped to just 1 or 2 actors, conformity nearly vanished. But once there were 3 or more, the pressure became overwhelming. Adding more people beyond 3 did not increase conformity much. The magic number was 3. The most powerful variation was the ally condition. When just one other person in the group gave the correct answer, conformity dropped by 80%. One voice of dissent was enough to break the spell. That finding alone has enormous implications for how we think about whistleblowers, minority opinions, and independent thinking. Here's the thing though. We like to think we would be the 25%. We like to think we would be the one who speaks up. But the data says most of us would not, and that is the uncomfortable truth Asch uncovered. Modern neuroscience has confirmed what Asch suspected. Brain scans show that social rejection activates the same regions as physical pain. Your anterior cingulate cortex fires when you disagree with a group, producing genuine distress. Conforming is not weakness. It is your brain trying to protect you from a threat it treats as real as a punch to the gut. This experiment has been replicated across dozens of cultures and decades. The conformity rate varies somewhat. Collectivist cultures tend to show higher rates. Individualist cultures show slightly lower rates. But the effect is universal. Every society produces conformity under group pressure. Think about where this shows up in real life. Social media, politics, the workplace. When everyone around you holds a certain opinion, your brain is running the Asch experiment in real time. You are scanning the room, calculating the cost of disagreement, and often choosing safety over truth. And remember what broke the conformity. A single dissenting voice. One person willing to say the obvious truth out loud. That is all it takes to free everyone else. So here's the question. The next time everyone in the room agrees on something you know is wrong, will you be the one who speaks up? Or will you pick line C? If this changed how you think about group pressure, join the community so you catch the next one. Have you ever gone along with a group when you knew they were wrong? Tell me in the comments.